and welcome back to Newb Perspectives. This is episode 8, and today we are going to be making some characters for a campaign, or a one shot that Torrey's going to be running, and he'll tell us about that right now.
Alrighty. So, as well to kind of point out, we're going to be doing this one shot in Pathfinder 2E specifically, so that's probably very well worth pointing out, otherwise it's going to be confusing as to what we're making characters in. Alrighty, so for this one shot that we're going to be doing, we are going to be kind of looking at a pretty typical generic fantasy setting. We're not going to be doing like future or anything else like that, or any time-based things. Just going to be kind of a generic fantasy setup, and you're going to be in a kind of more rural, small town, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Kind of very much more of kind of like a farming community, but also a smaller, kind of more tight-knit group. And you're going to be kind of helping out with the fact that there is going to be a kidnapping that is going to have happened. And the local sheriff station adventure setup needs some help, as they're kind of a little bit understaffed for this. So they're going to be... Unfortunate. Yes, they're going to be looking at you guys to help contribute to this.
Yes. Crime
Terrifying.
In this economy. No, thank you.
So I guess we're going to start with our character concepts and how our characters sort of fit into this story. Yeah. So my initial thought was I think it would be interesting to have a character who they're not adventurers at the start of the session. Okay. So they they aren't, traditionally going to be the ones who go out, but they're called upon to do so.
Okay.
By some external factors.
Yeah, very main character in a fantasy novel.
Yeah, exactly.
Call to action.
He has pink hair.
Oh my god, do you have pink hair?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Okay. You've just been living your whole life with pink hair, and now finally it comes to usefulness.
Yeah, it's weird. My parents have always thought it was kind of weird, because neither of them have pink hair.
Checks out.
Oh,
not even the mailman.
The mailman.
The pool boy?
We don't have a pool. We're poor farmer folk.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, farmers can be quite wealthy.
Yeah, and we're poor farmer folk.
Oh, noted.
The
Alrighty.
butcher?
The butcher? I don't... No. Okay. It's just a weird thing.
Okay.
Alright, Sarah, what about you?
Alright, mine, I think my character is going to be an adventurer from the start, and they are needy for attention and affection, so obviously they're a bard.
Classic.
And they join adventuring parties so that they can collect stories to then perform them in town and to have everyone listen attentively and fall in love with them. And so they just kind of want to leave a good impression on people and be well liked.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Clicking buttons.
The joy of Path Builder.
Yeah.
Great app, not sponsored.
Not fun. Yeah, so I wanted to make someone...
#please sponsor.
Who's like...
Please sponsor.
It's like one guy.
I think it's like... Yeah, I don't think it's a large deal, but it's great.
Context, Path Builder is a great website and app where you can build your Pathfinder characters, like
and
step by step.
Yeah.
Manage them, like their health, their AC, their skills, their feats.
Can be directly imported into some VTTs.
And apparently can even roll dice, which I just
That's
learned
new.
now.
Yeah, I think that's new. That's really cool, though.
It's been there for like a few weeks.
That's pretty cool.
But, not
Yeah.
an ad. # not an ad.
Yeah. That brief digression.
Right. So I wanted my character to be like a reluctant adventurer who's doing this for money or because they're in debt or something like that.
There's always one that'll do it for the money.
It's always someone who's willing to do it for enough money. They're willing to do
got
anything,
a
right?
price.
Yeah, toss a coin to your poor adventurer, please.
Yeah.
And theoretically, if this wasn't a one-shot, over time they would reluctantly start to care about their team members. But, it's not.
Oh, yeah. The heart of gold
Heart
while
of
they're
gold.
looking for gold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
yeah.
cute.
Oof, beautiful. Alrighty.
Yeah, I guess... So then my character then I guess needs a motivation to exist.
Yeah, and I guess it's also worth pointing out as well that we're going to be starting this campaign at level 3.
Mm-hmm.
So specifically with Pathfinder, level 2 is when you can start getting archetypes
Yeah.
That is when you kind of can start going into either more specialized points on your class or start kind of mixing classes.
Yeah.
Which is just usually more interesting. So at least for us, we usually start at least at 2. I will very rarely ever start a campaign at 1 personally. But we're also kind of going even a little bit higher up to 3 just so we can have a little bit more interesting options in terms of feats and class options and everything else.
So yeah, the thing that I was talking about is wanting to have some sort of reason for my character to participate in this kidnapping adventure that's happening.
Right, quite necessary.
And so since my character's not an adventurer, I thought that maybe my younger brother, could be an adventurer.
Juicy.
And they went off to go protect the town.
Yeah.
And they didn't make it back.
Ooh.
And so I, as the farmer who loves his family, will
Want to go kind of save
will
that.
want to go save him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. How old is your character?
My
that's fair.
my character is probably in his late 30s to early 40s.
Okay.
He's been a farmer for most of his life.
Did you say it was a younger brother or an older brother?
Younger brother, so
Okay.
he's probably like in his 20s.
Okay. What about you? What are you thinking?
What about me? Like
Motivation.
my motivation?
What's bringing you in?
I think, based off of my character's desire for attention, I probably collected some sort of adventure stories on the way to this town, and I was performing them here to, like, create a reputation as well as help pay for my travels and my stay here.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably got so excited by my story that they're like, you could help us.
Okay.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no to these people because they need to like me. And so I agreed to join and help out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Excellent.
Fake it till you make
And
it.
Yeah.
I'll take a wide guess, but let me know. There was potentially some reward incentive offered, and
It would be nice.
that caught your eye.
It would be nice, but in a situation like this, maybe if they don't have gold, it could always be like, hey, it was kidnapped by a person, and I'm here to steal from that person. So I'm like, hey,
That's also true. Kind of search for your own reward.
yeah, search for my own reward. I might as well help with the kidnapping if it'll help me get into the building or whatever.
You know,
Nice.
kidnappers probably have some rare items and things. You know, they've done
Depends
other
who the
kidnappings in
If
the
it
past.
was a wizard kidnapping someone, maybe they would, wouldn't
maybe
they?
they would.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's entirely.
I feel like you
feasible.
have to have sufficient funds to, at least to the minimum, care for all those people you're kidnapping.
I thought it was
Yeah.
just one.
Just one.
Multiple?
We don't know.
A zoo of...
He
Imagine
might- they
trying
might
to
have been-
kidnap people when you're dirt broke, though. No ransom, you just kidnap them? No. You do that when you have some money.
They might have been kidnapping in the past. We don't know.
kidnapped for other reasons.
Okay, so then that makes sense. So then, at least that kind of gives us a kind of a core of kind of who you are and what
How to-
kind of motivates you with that. So, kind of with that, what are we thinking for classes?
My character is going to be a champion.
Okay.
Because they are so dedicated to their family that
Righteous cause.
exactly
Okay.
we've got this righteous cause. They found devotion to a god who also supports protecting and keeping families together.
Very cute.
Yeah. Haven't quite thought of which god yet. I'll be going through that
Yeah,
as we progress today.
that makes sense. And then, do you have any thought on ancestry?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a human.
Ooh, classic.
For clarification, ancestry is Pathfinder's way of referring
Like
to
race.
races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a human. I
Okay.
wanted to be a classic hero farmer person.
Of course, the classic duality of hero farmers.
You know, classic hero farmer.
Classic hero farmers.
Yeah, yeah. Culling the fields and enemies.
Or the other side, you're a hero farmer, you're evil, and you're farming heroes. You are bringing them into your
Wait,
castle,
no.
and
Wait,
you're
wait,
farming
if you're
the heroes.
farming heroes, you're growing heroes to
No, no,
then
no.
cultivate.
No,
that's
no.
not. Yeah.
Just
think you
calling
guys-
heroes.
Okay. Sarah, what are you kind of thinking?
I
Class
mean,
and ancestry. Okay, well, obviously bard.
Obviously
Sorry, my bad.
bard.
Ancestry.
ancestries. I'm gonna do something a little cheekier. I'm doing an uncommon Pathfinder ancestry of Kitsune.
Okay.
So that is the half, or like the fox people / human fox shifters. So I have both a human form and a fox form.
Is it pronounced kitsune or kitsune? I feel like I've heard both, and I feel there's always argument on which side is.
Yeah, I hope I said the right one. Don't come at me, listeners.
I honestly have no idea which is right. It's one of them.
Anyway,
okay.
The pronunciation is out in the world now. We'll just go with this with our hearts.
Fair. Okay.
Go with what your heart says. To nobody's surprise, I'm a rogue.
Wow, what
Amazing.
What a shocking revelation. That the edgy one in it for money is a rogue.
Yeah.
Both of us are
racket
playing
rogue.
into a stereotype.
What a shocker.
It's just easy sometimes to play into the expected, and
Yeah.
then later you do something that's less expected.
Ooh.
And then that's juicier.
For ancestry, I went with also uncommon ancestry of rat folk.
Tiny?
Small.
Oh,
Small sized
Okay.
rat folk. Just because I want to be like small and stealthy.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
A lot harder to notice someone who's the size of
they-
a chair rather than a...
They have a feat they can take where they can put stuff in their cheek pouches.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
So you're a squirrel?
You're a squirrel?
I'm a rat.
Hoarding them there. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Don't love it, but that's okay.
It's incredible. I'm a hamster.
Huh?
Alright. Okay, cool. So that kind of good thing. And then I guess the other big thing as well is kind of not as important to, I guess, specifically how your kind of character acts, but definitely kind of more helpful to your backstory is your background. Kind of where did you come from? Obviously, I feel you're a farmer because your background's really supposed to be kind of before you became an adventurer, where are you? And it sounds like that change for you is literally happening right now.
Yeah, so in Pathfinder, there's a lot of different options that are, like, related to farmers.
Fair.
There's a couple, so the ones I'm kind of debating between now are farmhand, which is the one who does the farming, and farmsteader, who is the...
Kind of more owner?
Yeah, the owner, like, they built their home and things like this. So they're pretty similar. I think I'm gonna go with the farmhand though, because in my head the characters' parents are the ones who built the home.
Fair.
And they grew up there.
So your parents would be more the homesteaders.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Makes sense.
Very cute.
We'll spice it up. Let's go Leah next. We've rotated the same way.
Yes. I feel wronged.
I
You've been
have
wronged.
options because I was thinking a gambler,
Okay.
but my character on purpose has literally 0 charisma.
You would not do well gambling.
I feel
No.
like on some level you need to be able to talk to gamble.
100%.
Probably.
Yeah.
You need to be able to lie and bluff, and you would not do
So,
well without that.
There's criminal that I could
Okay.
pick, scavenger.
I think potentially scavenger might fit a little better, just only because if it is more of a criminal side, if we are going to be for this kind of campaign working more like kind of like with the local police and everything else, being a criminal
Criminal's
already
not
is
great.
not great.
Yeah.
Great.
So maybe more of the scavenger side, if that's one you're looking at, could be good.
Yeah, scavenger is an option. Street urchin is an option.
Oh, a classic. And that's how you got the desire for possessions, because you didn't have any. And that's how you build trauma into characters.
I'm a hoarder.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. You can keep looking through that. Sarah, what are your thoughts?
Alright, mine was pretty easy once I started looking at ones that would bring my character to where they are now. Like, I narrowed it down to, like, entertainer and musical prodigy. But I went a little into...
Going all the way to prodigy. Like you,
Oh yeah, that's oof. That's a
Okay.
good background. I liked entertainer, but I didn't like as much what it would give you because the backgrounds give you ability boosts, but they also
Fair.
give you things that you're trained in. And entertainer does theater lore, and you get fascinating performance, which is cool, but not as cool as musical prodigy, which gives me music lore, which seems more interesting. And I also get virtuistic performer, which seems a lot more cool. It gives you a +2 to performance in your certain field.
Okay.
And so I thought I could tie that in by being like, when I was younger, I was super good at music and I excelled with my chosen field so much. And then I started realizing that when people are watching me perform, I get all the claps and the cheers and the attention as a child. So I'm like, I want this.
That's
I'm gonna keep getting this, and I kept performing.
I'm gonna keep getting this.
Oh yeah, I mean
That's
I'm a pro.
What's your
very confident.
What's your instrument? Are you like walking around with a guitar? Are you walking around with like a literal entire drum kit that you just take the time to set up every battle and just start going to town?
No, it's not gonna be that.
Do you bring around an oboe?
For virtuistic performer, my options are acting, comedy, dance, keyboards, which are like pianos and organs.
Okay.
And then there's like oratory skills, like poetry, percussion, singing, strings, and winds.
fair.
I think I'm gonna do strings.
Okay.
Maybe like a harp or a
Ooh.
lute.
I love the concept of you dragging a full-sized harp around the battlefield. Those
Yeah.
I don't even know right off the top. I don't even have to go. Like, what does a harp weigh?
They're
They're
large.
small harps.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
like
If
a
you want-
handheld one.
Oh, that's way less fun. I was thinking of like
No.
70 to
little harp.
90 pounds.
Not a floor harp.
Just lug around a full-sized harp.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. But I like string instruments as myself, and so I think that they're really fun.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do a lute. That's pretty classic bard.
Isn't it like... What am I thinking of? Is it like a...
A
Is it like a
lyre?
lyre?
A lyre is a type of harp.
Yeah, because
There's
aren't
a
lyres
little
like the... Yeah, like
harps.
the
They're
little
little
handheld
harps.
ones.
Are those the handheld ones?
Lyre.
I think so.
Is that how they're spelled? Cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah? I was
yeah,
right?
that looks right.
Damn.
Yeah, like the little...
It's not listed as one of the options for that skill, but I'm pretty sure it's
It's
just
a
one.
string.
Yeah, I might go with that then, because those look cool.
From Greek classical antiquity.
Yeah.
How do you feel about a thief who used to be a bounty hunter?
Sure.
Ooh, I like
Makes
that.
sense.
Not
Especially with the fact that you're kind of very gold motivated, coming
Very
from a
gold
more of a
motivated.
bounty hunter sense would make sense for that you're always
Yeah.
looking for kind of the jobs. Yeah,
Yeah.
that totally makes sense.
Just 'cause- and it works with, like, if we're good people working for the law.
Mm-hmm.
Bounty hunters could have been that. Yeah.
This is true.
Okay. So then I'll let you guys kind of, assign all of your own like ability boosts and whatnot. Though for Tyler,
Yo,
you are going a champion.
this is correct.
You have a deity.
I do. Okay.
Champions have deities.
Yeah. So.
Who's your god?
Well, I've been debating.
Okay.
As we've been talking here, I've been kind of looking through the deity section.
I bet it's evil slavery gods.
It is not that. It is. I've got two
Okay.
who I'm debating. So I've got Folgrit,
Okay.
the Watchful Mother. They're a dwarven god. Actually, a lot of the family gods are dwarven gods.
Oh.
And so Folgrit is they really love it when you maintain the sanctity of a home. So they want you to keep families together,
Yeah.
and that's kind of
Gotta keep close.
yeah, I'm kind of loving that.
Okay.
And they really don't like it when you abandon your family, which is definitely something that I would not want to do.
Yeah, that would. It would be really weird if your entire scheme was about your family and then
Yeah.
you just abandoned your family.
Exactly. So that feels really good.
That's valid.
With what my character is thinking. But then you've got Grundenar.
Okay.
Grundenar is
I don't know if I've heard of that one.
he is also a dwarven god. He's known as the Peacemaker.
Oh.
He attempts to bridge gaps between feuding sides, and to maintain relations with neighbors.
Okay.
Oh.
So like not strictly family,
not
but
strictly-
very applicable to family.
Exactly.
Okay.
And kind of gives more of that, like, wanting to make, like, protect the, like, the whole community rather than, just my family.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I think my character would want to protect the community in general, so...
Makes sense.
Um,
I'm assuming that also within specifically for you, with
Yeah.
your champion's code, that you're probably gonna go tenets of good,
Yep.
not evil.
Yep. Yeah. So in terms of that, I did go for the deity's domain is family. Champion's code, I went tenets of good, and for the cause,
Yeah.
I went for the redeemer cause.
Okay.
Because my goal it says first try and redeem or rehabilitate those who commit evil acts rather than immediately killing them. So I'm kind of here for.
You were mean to your mom. Attack!
Yeah, you were mean to your mom. Can you please tell me about that?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel, Mom? That's sort of what my character's
An
more
armed
about.
psychologist.
Yeah. It's
A mediator.
You know, it says you must show compassion for others regardless of their authority or station, which I think that's sort of where I'm at. I don't really like the other ones because, for this character at least, because it says, for the paladin one, it's you must respect the lawful authority of the legitimate ruler in whichever land you may be, and I'm like, what if they hate families, though? And then the liberator one is, you must demand and fight for the freedom of others to make their own decisions, and I don't believe in that. If you don't like families, I'm not here for that. I can't defend you as a paladin, or as a whatever I am, champion. So I went for redeemer.
So, Sarah, then, you're running a bard. Are you kind of going... I don't know if you'd mentioned this or not. Maybe this is just my memory. Did you pick a muse?
I haven't. I've never played a bard in any system, let alone Pathfinder, so I'm unfamiliar with the muses. I'm just going over them now, and I don't know if this is the way I'm supposed to be picking, but I am looking at what they give me
That's
in
fair.
skills. I don't know. I think warrior, I'm drawn to that one thematically, so that's the battlefield is my stage, and my muse engages in countless battles, so I guess that kind of makes sense in that, like, I would be going with adventuring parties, and then I'd be writing about our exploits, and that also gives me increased weapon expertise and adds fear to my spell repertoire.
Ooh.
But I also like Unseen Servant as a spell in Polypath, and that just means I summon a little like a little ghost, essentially.
Okay.
To just, like, help me with tasks, which seems adorable.
And then you're a thief, so you need your racket.
Thieves' racket.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Thieves' racket.
Yeah.
I'm a rogue. One of the
Rogues-
rackets is thief.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so yeah, rogues have a series of rackets. One of them
okay,
is
yeah.
thief.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah, why'd you choose thief?
I didn't want to be one of the magic ones.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That's fair.
Um,
I don't think scoundrel is very magic-y.
Scoundrel, it says use fast-talking, I can't pronounce that word, silver tongue,
Theatery?
fiattery,
I have no idea.
fiattery, something like that. Talks about, like, tricking people with words, not me.
Yeah, your character's not
you're-
very charismatic sort of
No.
rogue.
I'm the quiet, stands in the dark sort of rogue.
Yeah.
So then, I guess the next thing would then be your skill and class feats, as well as ancestry.
Okay.
There's a lot to select at one.
Yeah, my ancestry feat is my
Especially
cheek
for
pouches.
rogues.
It's the cheek pouches.
Oh, okay. Beautiful.
That's the cheek pouch. There's long snout rat, which is the heritage, and it lets me smell people within 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
Smell them?
Smell them.
Yeah,
imprecise scent of smell.
Yeah,
That's
so
adorable.
Imprecise scent of smell.
yeah.
So I can-
imprecise sense.
Yes.
Sense.
Oh, sense.
Sense
Sorry.
of smell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can tell if someone is within 30 feet.
You can use
not...
your sense of smell to determine a creature's location, but it takes more actions than it would to do it with your
Okay.
eyes.
Okay. That makes sense.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
That's what it is. Okay.
Sure.
You can seek with your snow. So to
Yeah.
find them, you have to use an action to find them instead of just looking at them.
Yeah.
It doubles if I'm downwind and halves the range if I'm upwind.
That's hilarious. That
It
makes
makes
a lot of
sense,
sense.
Yeah.
And I have +2 circumstance bonus to perception checks to seek a creature or object within 30 feet.
Okay.
Because I can smell them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Smell objects. Into an
It
object
says
has no
creatures
scent.
and objects.
Weird.
I guess
Okay.
it depends on the
Depends
object.
on what it smells like.
Like,
if
if
I'm
she's-
in a room full of furniture and I'm looking for a chair, I don't think it's going to help.
Or like
No.
if you're trying to find a glass container, it's like
Or-
glass doesn't really
Uh,
smell
I-
like anything.
Yeah, I guess it would has a scent, just not a.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if everything in the room smells like wood, it's not useful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I read through most of them, and I've narrowed it down. Polypath, I like the Unseen Servant spell, because that looks just cool to have a little servant to do things for me. But more thematically, Warrior seems cool, and like I'd be part of battles to get my stories, and also Maestro is interesting because you gain the lingering composition feat, which lets you use a focus, which are kind of like spells, but
Yeah.
plus and more rare. But it increases the duration of my cantrips.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Ty?
So,
Oh, you seem ready.
I've got some stuff. Champions have quite a few things that they need to choose at first level because they have to pick a deity and a lot of stuff related to that deity.
100%.
So my class feat, I had a couple of options. I ended up choosing deity's domain as a feat.
Okay.
It allows me to embody the aspect of my deity. Choose one of my deity's domains, so I chose family, and I gain that domain's domain spell as a devotion spell. So I get to do a little bit of magic.
What's
because
the
of this.
spell?
The spell is... I have to find it. It's Soothing Words,
Okay.
I think. I think it is. It might be Lay on Hands, because I have another spell.
I think Lay on Hands just comes via champion.
Probably. It is... Yes, it is Soothing Word.
Okay.
Soothing Words, plural. More than one. You get them all.
Calm. That's all you get.
And so yeah, I chose deity's domain, which by choosing that I chose family, which means I get to, be a family man and get to soothe some people with my words.
Okay.
And then as a human, humans have a lot of options.
Humans are 2 free traits or 2 free.
They get so for in terms of their ability boost, they get 2 free, but they don't have any minuses.
Yeah.
But in terms of the heritages, humans get a lot of options because they can always be like half human, half whatever.
Fair.
But
half
I wanted
orc, half elf, half demon.
Yeah, exactly. But I wanted this character to be just like the most vanilla.
True human.
True human. So I went with versatile heritage, which basically just lets me get another general feat.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like, oh, you're a human, but you're like humans are so diverse is the thing. So you can pick what kind of human you want to be.
Yeah. And
the kind of human that I want to be is a tough kind of human because we're farm workers.
Makes
and
sense.
We've been,
throwing hay bales since you're 6.
Exactly. So the general feat I chose was toughness.
Okay.
Which basically gives me a bit more hit points and makes my dying saves a little bit easier.
Yeah, that sounds helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, the ancestry feat, I chose cooperative nature, which just because I felt like that was that made the most sense in terms of like the whole like protect the family, protect the community, work together sort of vibe that my character is going with. And so it says, the short human lifespan lends perspective and has taught you from a young age to set aside differences and work with others. I get to gain a +4 circumstance bonus on all checks to aid.
Oh.
So if I'm
That's
doing
really
doing some helping, I get to help real good.
Yeah. Well, that's really strong.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing for that.
Are you going to be using your deity's weapon?
No, unfortunately. So I ended up going. I ended up going with Grundenar, and Grundenar the Peacemaker. His favorite weapon is a light hammer.
Makes sense as a dwarf.
As a dwarf, yeah. And I think that I want to use a warhammer as mine because I imagined it more as like a sledgehammer, and that's more of like a farm implement. Well, yeah, you gotta, like, when you're building the fences, you gotta use a big hammer.
I guess. I imagine, when I think of
It's
farms,
less-
I think of, like, scythes.
Yes.
Less of direct farming implement, but things
Yeah,
needed
yeah.
to take care of the farm.
Yeah. And so, and
Okay.
I thought that
That's
would
valid.
be a better weapon than a light, or not a better weapon, but like a better fit than a light hammer. Yeah, so I'm not going to be using my deity's weapon, so I won't get that little boost,
That's
but
fair.
that's fine.
Yeah, that's not that much of an issue.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything really at this point. Because it has to be a simple weapon in order to get that boost, as well, and I don't even think light hammers are simple weapons.
I think they're martial?
I think they might be martial.
But I'm not 100% sure.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd have to look it up. What about either of you two? Guys gotten any further?
I've selected my muse.
Ooh, what you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the maestro, because I
Okay.
feel like I want my character to be more support than, like, directly in the combat, so I don't think the benefits of warrior are actually that useful to me to have, like, increased, like, abilities with certain weapons when I'm probably not going to be using weapons that often.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it'll be cooler to have like my cantrips duration be extended for more rounds.
Yeah, no, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to look at any kind of your early feats?
For my heritage, I've picked Earthly Wild Kitsune.
Okay.
So the description is I'm a creature of the material world with an affinity closer to the wilds than urban society. So it gives me a Jaws unarmed attack that deals 1d6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And my alternate form is a fox, which has the statistics of a first level pest form, which is not as relevant to the listeners, but it just means that I turn into a very small little fox.
Okay.
Which sounds cute.
That was which feat?
My heritage.
That was your heritage, okay.
Yeah, and then my ancestry feat, I went with Foxfire, which just lets, like, a crack of my tail creates a little spark of electricity or fire. And I have to decide that. I still haven't.
Okay.
I think I'll probably go with fire, just because thematically that seems cooler.
That makes sense. That could also be, I was going to say, it could also be interesting if you are from more, but if you're not from the more of the farm village, like, it'd be interesting if it was kind of water, because then you could water things.
Water the plants.
You can water
yeah.
things so much easier, but no, if you're not necessarily
Very
like part of
cute.
the farming, it wouldn't
No.
work as well. Leah, what about you?
I'm trying to decide some of my class feats. Because wherever possible, I'm picking the thing that would let me steal things more easily.
Nice. There's a lot of good skills for that.
Just
There's a lot of good skills
kind
for
of
stealing
just,
things more
just
easily.
going like, instead of like kind of even like the jack of all trades within thieves, just going like real hard into just
thieving.
Just the thieving part of thieving.
Yeah.
The
But,
taking of your stuff.
In places where it's specifically like combat functionality, I'm trying to decide
You
how
just
often.
need to thieve their life.
Kind of.
Just steal that.
I don't know if I can. This isn't Skyrim.
Terrifying.
I can't just steal the armor off their bodies.
If only.
I'm gonna decide how often, because a lot of rogue stuff requires enemies to be flat-footed. How often they will be flat-footed, given that we have a paladin to flank with, or I
That's
have
fair.
a paladin to flank with.
Mm-hmm.
Probably pretty often.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, given our party composition, I'm aiming to rely pretty heavily on our paladin to stand still. For me.
I can stand in any place I want.
Alrighty. Getting pretty set on standing still.
Speaking of standing still,
Yep.
I'm really liking this tower shield idea.
Oh yeah?
I've been looking through some shields.
Okay.
Because paladins, I
Have
like
shields.
the idea of having a shield. You know, especially as a protector
Is
sort of
a
paladin.
Warhammer one or two-handed?
A warhammer is one-handed.
I would have thought that'd be two, but okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check because that would be very embarrassing.
It would be.
Come on,
No,
Warhammer.
there are so many weapons. Like it.
Um,
It's just you just have to look it up.
Yeah, I just have to find it. I'll find it.
Cool.
One-handed. There it is, right there.
Oh,
Yep.
there we go. Look at that. All right, one-handed it is.
There's a cantrip called Inspire Competence.
Yeah. Yep.
Amazing.
You were really dumb, but I inspired you to not be.
Well, competence can
Just
be
be
in other
competent.
things too,
It
not
can
just
be.
intelligence, right?
It can be. I just like that.
Just you're
Yeah.
bad and now you're competent.
Yeah. Which is so weird that you can inspire people to be good at things. You know, like the coach in a locker room at halftime during those sports movies. It's like, I know that we're down 30 points, team, but I think we're better anyways.
Depending on that
And it
the
usually
sport,
works.
that could be really
Yeah.
bad.
Making beautiful sports references in a nerd podcast.
Right? Who are we?
All right.
Yeah. So, who's up? Who's doing
So
stuff?
I think you're basically complete to level 1.
Yeah,
I
I've got
think-
my level 1 stuff.
I think Leah, you're also
Yeah.
basically complete to 1. I think.
I've completed to
Okay.
one.
Oh, you've completed to 1 now?
Great.
Okay. So then 2. Is anyone looking at multi-classing
I am
or
not.
archetyping?
I don't think so.
Real simple. If the answer is just no.
Yeah, I was
I-
considering it, but I don't know how useful it's gonna be. I might just want to keep doing class feats.
Sure.
I was considering it, but I don't think there's much that would make sense for my character.
And to a degree, the entire concept of multi-classing is kind of you not taking class feats now to be able to start taking things in the other side going forward, and this is a one-shot, so...
Yeah, it's not going to be as
The main
helpful.
one sometimes gives you useful things.
It definitely can, but it's not, I feel, as useful as a more long-form campaign, or even just a higher-level campaign.
I usually multi-class if it's like I want a character concept that doesn't fit into one class specifically.
Also
That's
true.
fair.
And my character concept fits very nicely into this one class.
Steal things.
Steal things.
Yeah.
Steal things, get money. Okay, that fits perfectly then. So, for level 2, it's just a class feat and a skill feat.
Yeah, I think do rogues get anything else? Rogues normally get
Yeah,
lots of stuff.
except I think, you
I
get...
get a thieves racket. I get sneak attack and surprise attack.
Do you get other stats? I don't remember.
And you have to make
I
any
get so
choices.
many trained skills.
Yeah, rogues get rogues get a skill increase every level.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you get a skill increase at level 2 where no one else will.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. Most people get it every other level, so we'll get it at 1, 3, 5, whatever.
But
This
usually
increases
most people
every
get
level.
2. Yeah, isn't it more increases?
Nope.
Less
Nope,
often.
rogues
Or-
just,
yeah,
rogues just
just
get
more.
more skills.
That's what it was.
they're just very skill crazy in terms of
Kinda what I'm
their
thinking of.
abilities.
I get to be expert in 2 things by level 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm thinking of the alternate feat system where you get where it's point based instead of that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
alternate
we're doing
systems.
the standard
we are
system for this one.
We're not doing any modified
Sounds-
rules.
Yeah, there are like Torrey said, alternate rules, but yeah, we're not using them this time. So, anyone want to talk about their skill feats for level 2?
Yeah, I decided to go with impressive performance,
Ooh,
which
Impressive.
it's a good one. I took it.
your performances inspire admiration and win you fans. You can make an impression using performance instead of diplomacy.
Nice.
Yeah, I did that in one of my previous runs because I was not diplomatic but very good at performance.
I took subtle theft.
Nice.
More importantly,
Shocker.
I have the class feat mobility, which lets me move up to half my speed without taking a tax of opportunity.
Oh.
Right. So your step is longer.
My step is longer,
Nice.
which plays into being in the correct place relative to our paladin
Mm-hmm.
to get what I need.
Our paladin doesn't move.
Our paladin won't move.
Paladin has tower shield and full plate. Well, maybe
He
not.
he
full
will not
plate,
move fast.
Yeah, my skill feat for level 2 is Titan Wrestler. Because,
Ooh.
again, I think
Good
my
choice.
my character's like this
Burly.
prototypical, like, burly farmer guy.
Yeah.
So the Titan Wrestler really plays into that as well.
How many sizes larger does that work on again?
One size
Just
larger.
one size?
Well, 2 sizes larger, because normally you're allowed 1 size, so you get to go 1 more than that.
Yeah. So you can grapple
Huge.
huge things.
Yeah, which is going to be real funny.
Jeez.
Maybe.
Yeah, and it's in long-term games, Titan Wrestler actually gets even better, because if you become legendary in athletics, Titan Wrestler lets you do those things to creatures 3 sizes larger
Oh, that's crazy.
than you, which is pretty dope.
Just grab absolute massive creatures and just
you just Kratos them.
just do it.
What
Okay.
about class feats? I think everyone gets a class feat too,
Yep.
right?
Class feat and a skill feat at 2, and then Leah could just assign her skill increase.
Yeah.
Where she wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be trained in so many things.
Oh yeah.
My class feat, I chose Divine Grace.
Okay.
Again, helping people. So my Divine Grace is when I attempt to save against a spell, as a reaction, I can call upon my deity and gain a +2 circumstance bonus to the save.
Very nice.
Dope.
Yeah, because
Fair.
you know what they say. Before you put the mask on someone else, you got to put it on yourself, because otherwise both of you are dead.
Oh.
So
Oh, okay.
I was-
that took me a
I
second.
was
I'm like,
you know, like in an airplane.
Yeah, like in an
Yeah.
airplane.
I
I wasn't thinking air mask. I was thinking like clown mask or like decorative
Yeah, I was
mask.
also really confused.
Yeah, you
That
know,
made
but
sense.
before you put the clown makeup on yourself, you gotta, or before you put it on someone else, you gotta put your own clown makeup on.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So wise.
All right.
You too.
Yeah, for my level 2, so I picked the skill feat as impressive performance, and then
Yep.
my class feat, I went with cantrip expansion.
Just more cantrips?
Yeah, because I figure if I can increase the duration of them, it'd be cooler to have more options to choose from.
What ones did you take?
I don't know. I haven't picked any of my spells.
Okay, that's fair.
I just wanted there to be possibilities of adding
You
more.
just wanted more of them.
Yeah.
I don't know what ones I want, but I know I want
Grab
more.
that telekinetic projectile. Does anyone here have dark vision?
That's
Nope,
a,
not
No.
even a little.
Okay,
Oh,
so
righto.
somehow I managed to none of us get dark vision.
Zero
Yep.
dark vision. Anyone
So-
have even low light?
I have
low
low
light.
light.
Okay.
Oh, jinx.
I don't. I have nothing.
So literally, the moment it gets dusk,
I'm
you're
carrying a torch.
blind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So take
And
the
then
light cantrip.
I think, Leah, you're the one that hasn't
Yeah,
got
maybe.
up their class feat.
Mm-hmm.
I already did it, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, what'd you get
Mobility
though?
one.
So which one?
Mobility.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
you're
you
right,
said
you're
it. Yeah.
I already said it.
All right.
Cool.
It's
Okay.
level 3.
So then, yeah, finally 3. You're typically going to get potentially kind of a few buffs depending on your class.
Yeah.
I think Sarah you get your reflexes and your signature spells. I don't remember what you two fully get. At
So,
3.
I
Other
get,
than the
I get,
normal.
you get the skill increase. You get everyone gets
And
a general feat. But I get a thing called Divine Ally.
Okay.
Basic,
yeah.
Basically some creature.
Shield
some,
allies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Something is living inside one of my items, whether it be like a steed or some sort of mount, or a shield or a blade. And I am choosing shield as I'm going with the whole protector vibe.
Okay.
And so the spirit of protection dwells within your shield. In your hands, the shield's hardness increases by 2,
Ooh, that's big.
and its HP and breaking threshold both increase by half.
Oh, that's dope. So your shield's going to last way longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Because I'm going for the whole protecting people thing.
I was thinking of taking experienced smuggler.
Okay.
But that has to do with smuggling things past authorities. And I think we're supposed to be on the side of authority.
You are.
Yeah.
So I think I could take fleet instead.
Okay.
Because my speed is only 25.
So that brings you up to 30.
I took
Yeah.
I took fleet too for my
For
general.
general?
Yeah.
Smart.
And then I'm going to take quiet allies because you're in heavy armor and that's loud as heck.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, trying to keep quiet at all when you're wearing that much armor is nigh impossible. Unless your opponents are really unobservant. Sarah, what are you thinking?
That's a good question. Thinking about what? Sorry, I zoned out slightly.
What you want to take for your general feat for level 3 and kind of, I guess, what else you're getting? I think you got your
I get a
reflexes.
skill increase, and then I get like a few class-dependent ones. But I decided for my feat, I'm just going to go with assurance, which
Okay.
means that
What
for
skill?
Performance.
Makes
Because I
sense.
feel like it's probably safe just to be able to add a base. So in Pathfinder, the way assurance works, I don't know how it is, if it even exists in other systems, but instead of rolling, I can add 10 plus my proficiency bonus.
And just claim that as a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just always get average, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're never gonna crit, but you're also, well, unless you do something really low. If you're attempting something that's at around
Yeah.
your skill level, you're not gonna crit. You're not really gonna fail. You're just gonna kind of
Yeah.
coast.
Assurance on my swashbuckler, so good. Anytime I needed to tumble through,
That's a
I
really
just
good-
did
yeah.
the flat check, and if I couldn't succeed with that, I figured that the enemy was probably higher than my level to a concerning degree. And that
not-
usually held true.
Yeah, it's not a bad way of using it.
To judge the
Yeah,
level
alright.
of your enemies.
Well, I think then, for the most part,
Yeah, it's all of our build stuff.
yeah, that brings us all up to kind of level 3. What are you guys kind of taking for equipment?
Oh gosh, I've decided nothing in terms of that.
So I have
I'm assuming like a standard adventurer's kit.
yeah, so I've got the standard adventures kit, with your rope and your
Tinderbox,
your
rations,
bedroll,
flint.
all that jazziness.
Torch.
Did I hear jazz?
Yeah.
I sure hope not. Anyways, and then we all know the weapon I chose already is the Warhammer. I definitely have torches because I can't see in the dark. And I also chose a half plate instead of full plate because it lowers my speed a little bit less.
Fair.
And I also chose a tower shield because tower shield will allow me to help others take cover. Because again, we're going with that helping others
Woo.
thing. And yeah, I think that's the big ones. Oh, also, if we are allowed to do this, I would take a +1 in my weapon because +1s happen usually around level 2.
Yep, that makes sense.
What is your AC?
21.
Alright, mine's 20.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your AC, Sarah?
18.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mine will be 23 when I raise my shield.
Yeah.
Whew.
So that basically
Sorry,
takes an
wait, what
action
was
out of
yours
your
again?
return.
20.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so my AC is the lowest.
But you're ranged.
You're a ranged
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be.
What's everyone's HP sitting at currently?
50.
36.
35. Okay.
Okay. What? Another big one. Languages. What do people know?
What
I
languages I get?
yeah, I forget how many we get. Is it?
Oh, I only get 2 extra at the top of
I think it is what you have as your base plus more based on your intelligence modifier.
Oh, I get 1 bonus language. Haha, cool. My character's not the smartest of folk, so I'll probably go with Dwarven because my god is actually Dwarven.
That makes
so
sense.
that makes a lot of sense actually. So I can speak Common and Dwarven.
Okay.
I have Common and Yosoki, which is the rat folk
Rats.
language,
Yep.
and then on top of that, I'm gonna take Undercommon and probably Dwarvish. I think Dwarvish.
Dwarf? Sure.
They have shiny things.
Dwarf.
Mhm,
Okay.
True.
Sarah?
Alright, at base, I just get common, because apparently there is no Kitsune language. Not according to what I'm reading right
I
now.
guess not. Yeah.
And then I get equal
No, it's,
to my...
it's an uncommon language just called Kitsune.
You get it by default though, because Kitsune are singular beings. Like it's not a society.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. According to Nethes, Archives of Nethes, it doesn't.
No, it does exist. I guess you
Yeah.
just don't get taught it.
Yeah, you could learn it.
Yeah,
with your language.
yeah. Well, and I would allow you to take that because like you're not super young. You've been around
Yeah.
doing stuff, so it's like you would have at this point probably picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
It is uncommon, but you could have access to it.
Cool. I'm just trying to find where... Okay. My int is +2, so I would get 2 more languages.
Yeah, so you'd have Kitsune, common, and then you up to 2 additional languages. Or sorry, equal to 1 plus your intelligence modifier. So
3.
yeah, so
Ah.
you'd have common, your
Nope.
initial 1 is Kitsune, plus whatever your int modifier is.
Okay.
However many those. So what is your int?
2.
So you could have 2 additional languages. You'll have 4 languages total.
Yeah, okay. I'll
Yeah.
probably go with Elven and Halfling.
Okay.
Why is that?
Yeah, where
I
you...
just felt like those ancestries would appreciate music.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. Okay. So that kind of gives, languages. Alignments. And I know no one's kind of evil. Are people facing more kind of good? I feel like Leah's probably more neutral based.
I am neutral.
Yeah.
True neutral or?
Selfish neutral.
I would say that's probably like chaotic neutral. I don't know.
We're gonna go with chaotic neutral.
Sure. You will basically already have an alignment with your god.
Yeah, I'm going neutral good.
Okay. Sarah?
I'm probably just gonna go true neutral.
Very, very neutral party.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the whole neutral span. True neutral, chaotic neutral.
Every form of neutral.
And neutral good.
Hey.
That's not
That's not a possible alignment.
lawful.
Lawful, chaotic.
It's lawful
No.
and chaotic versus good and
No,
evil.
neutral's in the middle of all
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, neutral is.
Yeah, neutral good.
Where's that? Okay, I gotta.
I think no. He's right.
Yeah, because you can be lawful, neutral, or chaotic.
My brain
in all-
always
in
gets
all
this
three,
stupid
in, all,
thing.
in good, neutral, and
Yeah, my brain always
Evil.
fucks this up. Alignment charts. I don't know why my brain
I need to
refuses
double check that.
My brain refuses to ever commit this to memory. Oh yeah, because it goes that way. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, because there's 6 of them, or 9 of
There's
them.
9.
Sorry. Yeah. Don't forget to set your level in Path Builder to level 3. I accidentally didn't do that, and it made my HP way lower than I thought it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I also have 2 spells. I have Lay on Hands and I have Soothing Words. Those are my focus spells. Soothing Words lets me give you bonus on will-based saving throws, and attempt to counteract one emotional effect on you.
Ooh.
Don't.
And obviously, Lay on Hands is I get to heal you.
Yeah.
I give you, if you use Lay on Hands on a willing living target, you restore 12 hit points. If the target is one of your allies, they also gain a +2 status bonus to AC.
Ooh,
That's nice.
that's dope.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Sarah? Where are you at?
Your spelly spells.
I don't know. I get
Spells
so
or
many
equipment.
of them.
'Cause I think spells and equipment are really the last kind of two things to really hammer out.
Yeah, typically in Pathfinder, there's like gold caps and things like that we would be abiding by. But I think for this particular game,
We're being pretty loose.
What do you get? You're getting your +1s in your items, right, Leah? In your weapons.
I have 2 weapons. Can I get +1 in both of them, or just one of them? Is that cheating?
I'll allow it.
Nice.
Because I get a shield.
Yeah, exactly. You have 2 things.
Oh, that shield is super cool. Man, tower shields are great.
I like tower shields. And then I don't think you have any spells because you're not any of the
I
arcane.
cannot take spells. I'm just more skilled than all you guys.
Yeah, you don't have like you didn't do the arcane tricks or anything along those lines or whatever
No.
it's called.
Or something.
Yeah, it's something. I think arcane trickster is D&D.
It's Eldritch Trist.
That's
Eldritch,
there we
yeah.
go. Like it's something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still considering all of my ability boosts because my spellcasting is based off charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Though none of my focus spells require any rolls.
Oh.
They just happen.
Huh.
Except for Soothing Word, which theoretically I could use it to counteract an emotional effect someone is experiencing, and that would require me to make a roll.
Fair.
But just giving them the will saving throw bonus would not. So I'm considering giving myself some more charisma, but it kind of doesn't make a lot of sense for my character. So right now I've just got 18 strength, 16 con, 12 whiz, 12 dex, 10 int, and 10 charisma.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I have 8 strength.
That makes sense for you. Your dex is probably really high.
It's 18.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. You just won't add... you'll add a lot to hit, but just not to damage. Right? Because in Pathfinder, strength is added to damage, right? Yeah.
It's about how dexterity can help you land the blow, but it's
Yeah.
strength that makes that blow have power behind it and really hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Thieves' Racket, I get to have dexterity instead, so I've been
Fair.
fine.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Nice. That's
It's
super
a
good.
thief-specific...
That's
thing.
super good. What's
dope.
your to hit then?
Oh, gosh. That's a question.
It would be an offense.
Plus
the
10.
To hit is plus 10.
Nice, mine too.
Solid. And then your damage is
I get I'm a D8 plus 4.
D6 plus 4.
D6 plus 4.
Yeah.
D6 plus 4, deadly D8.
Oh yeah.
Whew.
I've got shove.
That's dope. What are you thinking for equipment?
I don't know. I probably don't need to go too armor heavy since I'm not going to be frontline.
Your harp is two-handed. It's a two-handed instrument. Yes?
Yeah.
So you can't hold a weapon.
Or a shield.
Or a shield.
So
Fair enough.
But you can take the shield cantrip, which kind of does the same thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess in that case, it's nice that I can just use my tail to do Foxfire, and my other weapon is my teeth. So
You
if
bite
anything
things.
gets close enough, I bite them.
Mm-hmm.
Nom nom.
That sounds good.
Oh, and then probably more than like you wouldn't be wearing any heavy armor. Maybe like
I don't even know what you're trained in as a bard.
I mean, what are you trained in?
Simple weapon, unarmored. I think bards are trained in light armor.
Is that it?
I think so.
They're trained in unarmored at least.
Everyone is. Bards are trained in light armor.
Okay, so you could do like leather
Leather. I have leather.
or like padded.
I think.
Studded.
Studded.
Is that light or is that medium?
Studded.
Okay.
It is light.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think you could do. No, you can't do hide. Hide is medium.
Studded leather is, I think, the one that's good. What's your dex?
Studded leather is has
Plus 3.
You need.
So the cap is plus 3, but you need strength to wear studded leather.
Yeah. What's your strength?
-1.
Yeah, you can't wear studded leather then.
No.
It is a strength.
What is your
of 12.
strength?
Yeah.
I have
So
strength
she's trained light or
8,
medium?
dex 16,
She needs
con
light.
12,
She's light.
Yeah.
int 14, wisdom 8, and charisma 18.
Guys.
You're very charismatic.
Yep.
Leather armor requires me to have a strength of 10.
Oh.
Oh, so you can't
Yeah,
wear
you
leather
can't.
armor.
There-
Or well, no, you can. You would just get a penalty to your checks.
Yeah.
Like your stealth and things.
Oof, not worth.
I don't think there's... Yeah. I have to look at that.
Yeah. So
Because, yeah, no armor is... Armor requires at minimum 10 strength to wield even light armor. Just in terms of its requirements.
yeah. So these requirements, if you don't meet these requirements, then you get the penalties. Yeah.
100%.
What's the penalty?
So you get a penalty to all acrobatics, athletics, stealth, and thievery checks.
Nope. I guess I'm increasing my strength.
Yeah, definitely.
If I go
then.
unarmored, my AC is only 19, which is not that much lower, but it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Every point counts.
Yeah. What would you take out to put in a strength?
I would take out my int is 14, so
So you'd lose a language for that. And
Yeah.
and a skill training.
never mind. I'm gonna. I like my skills.
Because every level in every point in int you have, you get an additional skill at
Yeah.
level 1.
Based on how my thing is built, the only thing I can lose is wisdom. Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just written in the book. The strength score at which you're strong enough to overcome some of the armor's penalties. So if the armor is equal to or greater than the value, you no longer take the armor's check penalty.
the check penalty. What's the check penalty
It's right here.
for leather?
Check penalty for leather is -1.
That's not good.
Yeah. So you'd lose 1 to all those rolls,
-1 to all those.
Goodbye, wisdom.
which is not super great.
Any strength and dexterity based skill check,
Yeah.
except for attacks.
Goodbye, wisdom.
And
Sarah, you also have. Do you have 10 strength, or are you taking
No,
penalty?
here's
I took a
-1.
penalty,
Okay.
but if that's a bad choice,
It just
What's
means.
your AC without the armor?
18.
it
I haven't
would-
added
it
any
only
armor.
brings it only brings it up to it only brings +1. Light armor only gives you a +1
Oh, or +2.
if it's studded. Yeah.
Or the chain shirt.
Or the chain. Yeah.
The chain shirt requires 12.
And I'm not saying it doesn't require 12. I'm saying it's just a light armor that does give more than +1 AC
Yeah.
bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So, you just lose it to any strength or dexterity based skill check. So honestly, if you're not doing anything strength or dexterity based, and you're purely just like casting and not climbing things,
Just living your life.
the penalties won't hurt you that
I
bad.
will say, if you're stuck on the other side of a small cliff face, and everyone else is on top of this cliff face, I will make fun of you for not being able to climb the small cliff face.
That checks
it
out.
It would
That
make the
checks out.
climbing way harder, or at least a -1 harder.
Yeah, which is in Pathfinder with its bounded accuracy, it's 5% really.
Yeah.
5% harder, but also, are you trained in
Well, not
acrobatics
exactly
and athletics?
5%, the math is.
Yeah.
I'm trained in acrobatics.
Then you probably don't need the -1 is better.
There
But
also
again, you'd have so
also
much trouble
if you
with
go-
with athletics.
if you go to padded
Yeah.
armor, you'd be fine. Padded armor has no check penalty.
Yeah, and
Right.
and your
It's the
dex.
same, right?
Yeah, the only thing
Isn't
is
that
the
the
dex
same
cap.
as
The dex
leather?
cap is 2.
The dex cap is 3.
The dex cap is 2.
No, it's 3.
Oh,
isn't it?
sorry,
It's
the other
3.
Yeah, the dex cap is 3, and is your dex higher than 3?
No.
Then it doesn't
Then
matter.
then it doesn't matter. Just take padded armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
one. My dex
You
is
won't take
4.
any penalty for not meeting the strength, and you'll still get a +1 AC bonus.
Cool.
And it's comfortable. You don't need to take it off to sleep.
Yay.
Huzzah!
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So that gets you kind of at least your equipment with the standard stuff, and then
Yeah, I think I'd want to add to my equipment a maestro's instrument,
ooh, okay.
which gives me a +1 item bonus to performance checks while
Sure.
playing with the instrument.
That makes sense with your lyre.
Yes.
Nice.
We have 2 lyres. Your instrument and all of Leah.
And a rogue.
And
I
just
don't
Leah.
lie. I'm a shitty liar. I don't have the
Amazing.
charisma to lie.
It's fair.
Me neither.
When the instrument is more of a liar than you are. Alrighty.
All right, I think that's everything.
Yeah, and with that, you can just kind of finish up with your last kind of couple spells and your kind of your cantrips, and that can get figured out. We don't really need to
Last but not least,
inherently. Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how I
names.
did that went entirely over my head. That
I've
is
got my
very
name.
important.
Name.
I've got my name.
Who are you?
My name is Brun Kartos.
Brun Kartos.
Yes, it's spelled B-R-U with the 2 dots N. Brun.
Is that how the U with that is accent
like
is
an ooh.
pronounced?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I have no idea.
Damn.
Alrighty.
I don't have a name, and I'm trying to resist the urge to make it like some twist on a current singer-songwriter's
Don't do it.
name.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I'm trying to resist.
Originality.
You're Gwyneth instead of Gwyneth.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwendevere Paltrow.
Oh,
Gwendevere.
now we're going into Dark Souls almost. Lee, what about you? What are you thinking for your name?
No idea. I should have brought this up when I had a name in mind.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
You did this to yourself.
Yeah, kind of.
We can also just leave the names until next time. Come back with full spell lists and names.
Sure, we'll introduce our characters next time.
We know we have one name.
Yeah, and so next time, Torrey will be guiding us through a game.
Woo!
So, thanks for listening to Newb Perspectives. This was Pathfinder 2nd Edition character creation, and we'll see you next time.
See you around.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.